Good day everyone, I'm Lucy Malcoy, BS at Math 1A. So today I'm gonna show you how to solve set of complex numbers. So the objectives is set of complex numbers. Here's the example. So the equivalent of the square root of -1 is equal to I. So example number 1. The square root of -2 is equal to the square root of -1 times the square root of 2. So we know that the value of the square root of -1 is I. So our final answer is I square root of 2. So next. So example number 2. So square root of 81. So is equal to square root of -1 times the square root of 81. So we know that the value of square root of -1 is I. So is equal to I 9 or 9I. So next. So is example number 3. So square root of -12. So we know that 12 is a perfect square. So is equal to square root of -1 times square root of 12. So square root of -1 times square root of 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 is equivalent to square root of 12. So we know that the value of the square root of 1 is I. So the final answer is 2I square root of 3. So next. So example number 4. So square root of -9. So square root of -1 times square root of 9. So we know that square root of -1 is equivalent to I. So our final answer is I3 or 3I. So next. So number 5. A square root of -16. So square root of -1 times square root of 16. We know that the value of square root of -1 is equivalent to I. So the final answer is equivalent to I4 or 4I. So this is our final answer. So next. So example number 6. So 2 minus square root of 9. So is equivalent to -2 minus 3I. Because the equivalent of square root of 1 is I. So that's why we put I and -3. So next, example of number 7. 3I plus 6. So is equal to 6 plus 10I. So that is how to solve set of complex numbers. So that's all. Thank you.